Hey guys, I'm Kate Simsley and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, I'm glad you're back, and if you're new, welcome in. Today's build is the spooky build that I promised you. This is a funeral parlor slash vampire museum, and you're going to watch it come together, and honestly, it's quite creepy. So, we're going to begin on the exterior, which, this is on Vlad's lot. The whole premise of this build is that Vlad has been defeated and killed, and he's gone. And his funeral is taking place in this funeral parlor. So the main floor of this build is a funeral home. It's got some bench seating, and there is a coffin up at the front, and a picture of Vlad because he's dead. And off to the side of that, there is a crematorium, and so it's like a fireplace with a coffin sticking out of it, and that's where they're going to burn the bodies. And then we also have it's surrounded by a cemetery. There's also a little office, there's bathrooms. Upstairs is just pictures and statues and whatnot, and it's open to below. It's also where the office is located. And then in the basement is where the interesting stuff happens. So my train of thought here was that a new investor has moved into Forgotten Hollow. And they bought Vlad's mansion and tore it down because he's dead. And they've opened this funeral parlor slash vampire werewolf museum. Maybe the vampires are gone, the werewolves are gone. There might be a couple of vampires still hanging around, like Caleb and his sister are across on their lot still. But everything's gone, and this is a museum, an ode to the occult Sims that once resided here. However, this funeral parlor, it has some deep, dark secrets. So when you get down to the basement, you will see them all. There is a pit in the floor where Vlad used to torture and kill the werewolves. There's also two cells where he would lock in the werewolves, or maybe people. Maybe he would lock people in there to harvest their blood, because up in the crematorium room you're gonna see that there's plasma packs and stuff. And so yeah, maybe that's where Vlad used to do it, and now the man that owns the funeral parlor, the new investor, perhaps he also tortures people, or werewolves, or whoever. But yeah, it's not exactly what it seems. And so you're going to see it come together. I'm so happy with the way this came out. It took me forever. I don't show a lot of adding clutter and adding cracks to the walls, and I cut out a fair amount of footage. This was a lot of footage. I think it was a couple of hours of footage, and so I don't show it all. However, you do see it all in the screenshots, and in person, it's very detailed, and I think that you'll like it. I'm not so happy with the screenshots. The wallpaper that I chose was from vampires, and okay, it's black wallpaper. It's got I don't know, glossy flowers on it or something, and when the light hits it, they look white, and they're not. When you're in the game, they're not. It's just when the light hits it and you're taking screenshots. So I assure you, it is not black and white wallpaper. It is simply black, but it does at some points in the screenshots look black and white, and I honestly could not avoid it. I took probably 700 screenshots, and in every single batch of them, it looked like that, and so I just gave up. In-game, like I said, it's not like that, but in the screenshots, it does look strange in some of them. But I did try to, tone it down a bit, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm so happy with this came out. It's very creepy, very spooky, and yeah, I wouldn't want to go here at all. Now, when I did go in to playtest it, I set it as a museum, and so it was pretty busy, and there was a lot of kids here, and it just seemed kind of inappropriate. We don't have anything that I could set to have a funeral. I have no idea. I thought I might upload it as a generic lot. I think that's what I'm going to do. If it's a generic lot, though, people don't come to it. So if you go there, you're going to be all alone. But if I upload it as a generic lot, you can set it to whatever you want. I think that it does have all the things you need for a museum. And, I don't know. Yeah, most of the things you need for some of the other ones. I don't remember, but I couldn't think of what to upload it as. So I think I'll upload it as a generic lot. Granted, there are beds, there are toilets and sinks in the basement. So this could be a residential lot if you wanted. You could live here. And, yeah, it'd be interesting. I wouldn't live here. I probably wouldn't even go here. The lot traits are set to be, like, I think spooky and cursed. And so, yeah, it's probably not the best place to hang out. It comes together, like, the exterior of it comes together really quick. I got the shape working and it was fine. I did switch out the door a few times, to be honest with you. I tried a bunch of doors. I created this little sign at the front that kind of looks like it has been spray painted on, and I like the way that it came out. And then we just add some windows and some, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty simple. Like I said, the main floor is where the funeral parlor is located. The majority of the funeral parlor, like it's all open. And then upstairs, it just wraps around. It's all open to below. There's a big hanging chandelier that we're going to put in. It's from Realm of Magic. Not my favorite chandelier, but it worked really well. And so we're going to have that. And then, yeah, there's just seating and statues and all sorts of creepiness. Yeah, I'm happy with the way it came out. I love it. Hopefully you will too. If you do, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And you can get this on the gallery. Best way to find it is by searching the hashtag K8Simsley, which is the hashtag I use on all my builds, and it is also the one that I use on social media, and I'd love to see you there as well. But you're going to watch it come together, like I said, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. I tried to keep the important footage and just get rid of, like, the little repetitive things, so hopefully I did okay. It does jump around. Like, I jumped all over the place. This was built over, like, a week. But it was like several hours of footage here and there, and so it is jumping all around. I tried to stitch it all together and kind of keep it cohesive, so hopefully that works for you. I know it spins around a lot, and I apologize, but hopefully you like it. I do. I really, really do. In the end, I think this is so cute and so creepy. And yeah, like I said, other than not knowing what to upload it as, I'm really happy with everything about this build. So, I don't know if, hopefully you won't be able to hear it, but there are blue jays outside my window, and they are so freaking loud. Like, blue jays, okay, I love blue jays, they're the cutest things. They're very smart birds, but God, they're loud. They're just screeching and screaming, and I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up on the mic. Hopefully not. On top of that, my neighbor's dog, okay, listen. My neighbors got a dog. They got a golden retriever dog, and I give this dog treats every day because I feel bad for the thing. It is literally never in the house. They have it in their backyard all day, every day, all the time. Like, it's never in the house. Like, even this morning, I was raining out, and I go out, and the dog, well, I didn't go out. I didn't want to go out, but I'm sitting up here about to record, and I hear the dog barking incessantly. So I go downstairs, and I go give it a treat, and I told it, be quiet. You can't be barking. And it was quiet, and now it hasn't been barking for about half an hour. But, like, it's always outside, and they just got it. They already had a dog. Like, they have a dog. It's an older dog. But, like, they got this dog, but I guess because it's still young. I think it's, like, a year old, so it's a golden retriever, and I know from first-hand experience, they chew. They're a ruckus. They're just kind of crazy, and they have two young kids, so I think they're overwhelmed by it. But, like, why'd you get it? Why did you get the dog if the dog is just going to live outside? It just doesn't make sense to me. And so, yeah, I had to go feed the dog a treat to make it be quiet. And I had a little chat with it. But it has now been quiet, so it listened to me, I guess. But it just drives me nuts, so I'm sorry if you hear the dog barking or the bird screeching or something crazy happening. I don't know what to say. It was an eventful day at my house yesterday. And today, this morning has been crazy. But actually, this morning's been really crazy. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. But last night was eventful because my daughter, okay, we had a guinea pig. And the guinea pig was 7 years old. The guinea pigs generally live about 3 years, you know what I mean? Like, that's generally the time frame you have. This guinea pig was 7, and it was fat as heck. Well, the other day I went and I took the guinea pig out to just hang out with me for a little while, and I noticed how skinny it was. Like, it was skinny. Like, super skinny. And I was like, uh-oh. This isn't good, you know what I mean? And so I had the guinea pig out. Everything's fine. It hung out. It was fine. I put it back in its cage. And then last night, my daughter comes and she's like, Mom, I think my guinea pig might be dead. Like, I warned her the day that I took it out and it was really skinny. I'm like, something's wrong with the guinea pig. It's not doing good. Like, she's old, you know what? Or he. It was a he. He's old and, like, it's expected. But, like, I'm just warning you now. Sure enough, the guinea pig died last night. So I have this issue where I cannot touch dead animals at all. I don't know what it is. It freaks me out. I can't do it. I could probably pick up a dead person more than I could touch a dead animal. I can't do it. I don't know why. But I can't do it. So I had my son come and get the guinea pig, and I put it in a box, and I took it outside and buried it in the back. And, yeah, I had to take the cage out, and it's gone. Today, I wake up this morning, guinea pig's gone. I don't know where I was going with that story. It was an eventful day. It was very exciting and overwhelming, and it was like bedtime, of course. Of course, it had to be bedtime. But yeah, the guinea pig's dead. So this morning, I'm sitting downstairs, and no, I didn't. The guinea pig didn't come back to life or nothing crazy. That would have been scary. It's not Pet Cemetery around here. Anyway, I'm sitting at the front room, or front window, and I'm looking outside. It's nice out. It's actually been really warm. Like, it's like 23 today or something, which is absolutely insane in Ontario in the end of October. But I look and there's a rat. A rat. I kid you not, a rat. In my front garden. And I don't know if I mentioned it in a video before, but I've seen this rat in the garden before. Okay, behind my house, this company moved in. It's called like something junk anyway. And it's like a freaking garbage dump. And I was really mad and I called the city because I was watching one night because I can kind of see it out my window, but like right now the leaves on the trees block it, but in the winter you can pretty much see the whole thing. And I noticed them digging holes and burying things. So obviously I called the city and I told them like, this is what's happening. I'm not comfortable. First of all, they were only doing it at night. They would like start work at midnight. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I noticed they were digging and burying things. So I'm like, hey, that's not normal. So I called the city and the city said they were coming out to check it out. And they did come out. I don't know whatever happened, but they have never worked at night since. Never once have they been out there at midnight or 1 in the morning since I called. So obviously something happened. The company's still there, but like it's different. I don't know, it's just been different. So that's good. But because it's a garbage dump, when my cat went missing, a few months ago, my cat was missing for like literally for 6 weeks. He was missing, he was gone. And I went looking everywhere. And I went back there. That was one of the places I went because it's literally over my fence. My fence is like super tall and wood at the very back of my property. And it's on the other side of that fence. So I went and walked around the fence. And I went looking back there. And that's when I realized it was a garbage dump. And I was like, this isn't cool because I saw rats. I saw 2 rats back there running around. Like it was far away from my house, but it's still just over the fence. Like it's far. It's probably like, I don't know, 300 feet or more. Like, it's more than that even. I don't even know, but it's pretty far back. But it's not the point. They're behind my house, over the fence, and I don't like it. That's what I call the city. But anyway, now there's a rat in my garden. But the rat that's in my garden, I saw it like a couple of weeks ago for the first time, and it doesn't look like a wild rat. Like the rats that I saw back there, they're big and scraggly and like creepy looking. The one in my garden looks like a house rat. I have pet rats. We have 2 pet rats in a cage in my house. They're not out. They didn't have babies and didn't escape, nothing. But it looks like them. Like it literally looks, it actually kind of looks more like a hamster mixed with a rat, if I'm being honest. But it doesn't look like a wild rat. That's the point. It looks like my rats. And so I thought that was weird. But every time I go to like step out there to look at it, it's gone. I found out today that it has a little hole under one of the plants in my garden. It just hides down the hole. So I took a really cute picture. And it's like popping its head in the hole. I thought it was adorable. But like you can't get it to come out. And I don't want to poison it because I have like so many squirrels and chipmunks and other animals. So I can't put down rat poison. And like you can tell it's young. But I really don't think it's a wild rat. I think that somebody's pet rat. Either they let it go or maybe it escaped because it just doesn't look like a wild rat at all. It's very small and very cute, and I feel very bad for it, but it's living in my garden, and I figure I'll just let it stay there. I know it's probably a bad idea to let it stay there, but honestly, it's just so freaking cute. I can't. I don't have the heart to hurt it. So yeah, you saw the downstairs come together, and I put just like bench seating, so like church pew kind of seating. And then at the front is a coffin and a picture of Vlad, because like I said, it's supposed to be his funeral. And I thought that was super cute and creative, and I liked it. But now we're upstairs, and we're just going to put some, like, I think I put, it's from the book nook, and I put, like, the picture on the wall. It's like some kind of saying from a book, or like a little piece in the book. A quote, let's say. And I put some plants and some benches. We're going to end up putting a bookcase. And, yeah, that's about it. Just some statues and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. We got a couple of chairs up here and some candles. It's very dimly lit. I figure it's supposed to be creepy. Like it's a funeral home. It's very creepy. And yeah, from here, I think we're going to do the little office that is up here. And it's simple. It's literally a bookcase, a desk, and a chair and a fireplace. Nothing too extravagant. But I figure that's where they hide out and, I don't know, deal with the clientele for the funeral home. But it is in the basement, which is the last thing we do. That's where the creepiness occurs. We also create like a pond outside off to like the left-hand side at the front of the build. There's going to be like a little pond, and then we have some like cemetery plots. So we got like some headstones and dirt. And one of those headstones is a statue of Vlad, and I have it so that the coffin is being lowered into the grave. And you'll see that a little while later. It's not right now. But you do see a very good picture of it in the screenshots. And yeah, I thought it was cute. But we're back downstairs. In the back here, we're just going to stack some coffins. This is like a little back hidden room over by the bathrooms. And it's just going to be like a storage room. So I just put some coffins, and then we're going to put gravestones back here. There's some shelves on the wall. I put like little candles on the shelf that don't light up. And yeah, just gravestones and coffins. I figure it's where he stores the stuff. When he's got to bury someone, there's coffins here for him. And that's what he does. There ends up being like the stairs to the basement end up being here in this room as well. You don't see me add them, just they're there all of a sudden. You're not going to see me add them, they just kind of show up. Now we've moved on. Next room is going to be the crematorium room. So I put I think it's from Snowy Escape. I put that fireplace here. And I end up like sizing it up. So it goes right into the ceiling and it'll fit a coffin in it. I was going to like layer them to make it bigger, make it look bigger. But I didn't. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I like the way it came out in the end. Like, you'll see in the screenshot picture, I put, like, flowers on top of the coffin, and it, like, looks cute. I layered some more coffins over in the corner here. Maybe they're lined up to get cremated. And I thought it was kind of spooky and irky and cute. And then we put a table in here, and on the table is a bunch of plasma packs. Because I figure the guy running this might be a vampire, and perhaps he's harvesting the blood of the people when they die. And he's keeping it so he doesn't have to bite people or something. I don't know. That was my thinking at the time. Or maybe he's selling it. Who knows? Maybe, like, the people think that all the vampires are dead, but it's only good vampires left and they don't want to bite people. I don't know. I didn't really think it through. I just thought it was cute. But, oh, here's where we add the picture of Vlad. I put, like, the little easel. It's from the My Wedding Stories pack. And then I take a picture of Vlad, and using Tool, which you're not going to see, but I do tilt it using Tool, just so it looks like it's sitting on the little easel display thing. And I thought that was pretty cute. It was an interesting touch, and I like the way it looks in the end. Here's where we're going to build the little pond outside, and it comes together, I guess it's quick. It's like a lot of adding, like, flowers and lily pads and all that. So I cut a bunch of it out, but you're going to see some of it here. And then we will move on and add some more details. But like I said, this is so, I don't know, it's cute and spooky. I end up out here, I put like, we have these lights, and they're from the spooky stuff pack. And they're pumpkins. It's like pumpkins on a tree. And I ended up using Tool. It took me forever, so I cut it out. I ended up using Tool, and it looks like the pumpkins are sitting on this log, and I thought that was cute. But it's mostly just adding plants and trees and creepiness, so a lot of the outside is cut out, because I didn't think you'd want to see me putting piles of dirt and cracks in the ground and plants and trees, so I did cut a lot of that out, but it is in the screenshots and you will get to see it. But we're moving on now to the basement. This is where the creepiness happens. So the guy's running this funeral home, and maybe he's evil, but he's got 2 cells in his basement, and this is where he holds either people or werewolves or whatever you want. But this is where he keeps them locked up, I guess to harvest their blood. But off to the other side of the room, you're going to see a pit. And it's like the gates of hell. I kid you not. There's like dirt in there, and then I use Realm of Magic. They have like these glowing lights, and I put a bunch of orange ones in there to make it look like fiery hell is coming from the earth. And it's full of bones and skulls, mostly, of werewolves, but there's some human bones in there as well. And the whole thing is creepy. I add desks in the cells. I end up switching. They're not these desks. I'd switched to smaller ones. But I thought that was cute. At least it gave them something to do. I did not give them computers. There is a computer on this lot up in the office, but I didn't put them in the cells. I did put sinks and toilets, so it is functional. Like, you could live here in these little cells. But yeah, I thought it was kind of creepy. You could lock Sims in here. I don't know. Thought that was kind of fun. I know that's some people's gameplay style. Go ahead, it's here for you ready. It'd be kind of handy if you're a vampire, you could lock some people in here and just come suck their blood every once in a while. Over here, though, I put these two little pegs on the wall, figuring that maybe the vampire chains people up to harvest their blood, and then we're going to create the pit to hell. So to create this little pit, I literally just cut a very jagged hole in the floor, remove the ceiling, and then we'll go down there. We're going to size up the piles of dirt. Like, if you search dirt, if you have, I don't know how it works without it. I think you can do it without better build by, but with it, I just search up dirt. I find a pile of dirt, I sized it up, layered it all in there, and then I put bones in there, like the skull that we got with werewolves. I, like, tucked that into the dirt, and then the Realm of Magic lights. I put a couple of candles on the wall. I think I took one or two of them out later. And yeah, we put, like, just, it's called grunge. It's like, I don't know, grunge on the wall. It's the only way to explain it. I don't know what you'd call it. But I imagined that it was blood, so I put it all on the wall in red, and then we've got scratches and cracks, and like, from the werewolves pack, we got, like, it looks like a werewolf scratched the wall, and so I put that all over the place, and I figure that maybe he would trap them down here or something and let them die down here. That was my, train of thought. It was all very dark and spooky, and, yeah, I wouldn't want to be here. I definitely would not want to be in this pit. When you see it done in the screenshots, it's creepy as hell. I don't want to go here. But I am happy with the way it looks and the way it came out, and hopefully you will be too. I think you will. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's all very dark and creepy, and I do end up adding just rocks and dirt around the top of the hole to try and get it to blend in a little better. It works, but then when I came back in, it had shifted over slightly. I don't know if that's going to happen to you. But it's not a big deal. I just don't like seeing the clean line of the wall. But I do end up covering it, and it looks okay. But yeah, I thought this pit was creepy as heck. And I'm going to add in the Realm of Magic lighting, and it makes it just glow eerily. And since it's so dark down here, like, yeah, it glows and it's creepy. I started to put these little, like, gems, but they didn't work. So I do use the lights from Realm of Magic just in orange, just to kind of look like I said, the pit of hell. And so it came out really good, and you can see that it like glows in the night, or not in the night, just in here, because it's like nighttime down here. And I thought that was kind of cute. We're going to add a spider web and stuff on the wall and just some scratches, and I think it's actually like super creepy. I don't know how you would play this with gameplay, if you have ideas. Like, if you would use this build for gameplay, let me know how you would use it, because to me, I don't know. It's not my style. I don't play the game, really. But when I do, it's definitely not my style of gameplay. I don't hurt Sims. I have a problem. Like, if I'm playing a Sim, I will make it so that Sim never dies. Because I had said this before, but I had a family once, and they were called the Winslows, and they were adorable, and I loved them, and then they all died, and that was it. My heart was broken, and I never went back to them again, and it made me sad. Yeah, we're going to be coming to the end of the video here, and like I said, what you didn't see in the video, you will probably see in the screenshots. This is on the gallery. It's on there as Shady Hollow Museum, with a question mark. And you can find it. The best way to find it is by searching the hashtag K8Simsley and finding it that way. But if you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Have yourself a simtacular day and enjoy the screenshots. Bye!